Hello everyone, my name is Sage, and your name must be bored if you're still actually watching my videos. Congratulations. In this video I get to talk about actual piloting stuff with M gear, so let's get to it. The first thing I like to talk about is looking around with your gear. Whenever you're stopped and still, you can click on the outside of your screen with right click, and you can then turn it around to look around your gear, like this. You can also zoom out with the middle mouse button like this if you really want to see everything around you and stuff like that. However, if you release your mouse and stuff, it'll revert back to your normal view, and you also can't really look around as I'm attempting to do while you're doing this. This is something they changed in one of the later patches. You can also look around by pressing R for reverse view, and you can click on the outside with the right click, and then it'll go to here and you can actually look around. You can also zoom out like this. What's cool about this is that you can see what's below you or above you, and you can be at a high altitude or low altitude and look and see what's going on above or below you. So that can be useful. The next thing I like to talk about is B stopping. When you press the B key, you get a prompt asking whether or not you want to stop. You can hit OK to say yes or cancel to say no. So if I hit OK here, it stops my gear. I can then do things like access my inventory and change equipment while I'm B stopped. What's interesting about B stopped and its prompt, and any prompt window for that matter, is if you press enter, it'll do OK. If you press the escape key, it'll do cancel. So if I want to quickly do B stopped, I can just hit enter for OK and just quickly stop. Sort of like this. Yeah, just like that. Now, how can this be useful? Well, you can use it to help you change your equipment faster mid-flight, although that can be sometimes dangerous. And you can also use it to do something called B-stop landing. To land on a pad, you press the C key, right? When you do normally, you sort of slide like this. And that can be problematic because that takes more time than doing something called B-stop landing, where you come in, you do a B-stop enter, very, very low to the pad, then press C to land. You can then do this really, really quickly, like this. Yeah, that is much better. And you can also resupply while you're landing, obviously. One cool thing, though, is this feature up there. You can do select all if you want to resupply everything, assuming you want to spend a bunch of money on SP if you're an M gear that has a lot of SP. So if you don't want to resupply something specific, you can press select all and resupply instantly. You can click the supply button and then take off. You don't even need to hit the close button down here. All you have to do is click the C or press the C key, and then you'll take off instantly. So let me show an example of a decent B-stop landing. And then I can fly off like this. What's cool about that is I can instantly get full SP, full shield, full energy and everything, and take off quickly. B gears love to do ground bombing mode on gears that are on the pad. You know, pretty much any gear loves to attack gears on the pad because they're vulnerable. And sometimes people fight around pads because they're just great places to be to resupply in your fight. So it's really important sometimes to be able to resupply quickly on the pad, and that's how you do it. You do it with B-stop landing. The next thing I like to talk about are the three types of M gear engines you'll see. There are three types of engines you'll use throughout the game. You have a fast speed or 400 meters per second boost speed engine, which are the encounter engines like encounter 1 and encounter 2. You have your zero speed engines, which are like the Thompson Bay engines. What they allow you to do is to sit still when you press the S key, like so. When I press the S key, I'm sitting still. Now you may be asking, why is this good? Well, when I B-stop, I'm also sitting still. The problem though is that I can only use skills. I can't fire or use my guns, or I can't move out of the way very quickly. Let me rebuff there so I feel more comfy. With the zero speed engine, however, you can just sit still, you can fire your weapons, you can use skills if you so wish, etc. So that can be good. Zero speed engines are mainly used in gate camps or in confined spaces. For example, in the G-Arc, I sometimes fight gears on rare occasions in a very confined space, so I can equip a zero-speed engine and have hardly any trouble bumping into walls thanks to zero-speed and reverse engine, while other gears can have trouble. I will talk about gate camps and such in a later video called formations. The next engine you can use, which you don't need but it's a nice option, is what's called a mid-speed engine. If you notice here, the max boost speed of this particular mid-speed engine is 249 meters a second. You might think this is not good, however, let's compare it with the turning rate of my fast encounter engine. As you can see here, the standard turning rate for encounter 1, my fast engine, is 104 degrees. With Turbulence ET3, it's 132 degrees. What this means is I can turn insanely fast or insanely sharply, however you want to put it. So right now I have my mid-speed engine. I don't go very fast, but when I try and turn, oh my god, is it so fast. I mean, it's just insanely awesome. So that can be very, very good. You don't want to use mid-speed engines in wars, because if you need to run away or regroup or catch up to people, you don't boost very fast at all. So you may be wondering why use a mid-speed engine. Well, sometimes you'll get bored and you'll do 1 versus 1 duels a lot, and they can be very, very good for 1 versus 1 duels because it gives you the maximum turning advantage. And you don't really want to run away from your opponent in the duel. You just want to keep on fighting them and barrel rolling all their stuff. So there's no point to having fast booster speed, really. Now that I've talked about engines, let's talk about healing oneself. Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on time. Before the later patches, you actually had to bring up your target cursor and target yourself around your name, brigade logo, engine, or gear in order to heal yourself. Nowadays, though, you have, as I mentioned earlier videos, the tilde key to the left of your number keys on your keyboard. So you can just bring up your healing majigger, press the tilde key, and you automatically heal yourself, and you can very easily heal spam yourself. But, no, I don't want to trade with you. Okay. In the old days, however, this was not the case. So part of the M-Gear skill was learning how to heal yourself, which I will briefly explain here for those of you not playing Ace Online and you play a version which requires you to heal yourself manually, and also to kind of brag about how I'm awesome. Anyway, as you can see, when I try to heal myself, my gear just moves downward, and you do not want that in some situations. Like if I'm in a confined space, I'll bump into walls, or if I'm shooting a target, it'll make me fly away from the target, and that's not useful. So for the most part, whenever I'm not being shot at by missiles, I do reverse healing, reverse view healing, where I bring up my targeter for my reverse view, press R for reverse view, I put it in the middle of this circle, which is my standard gun reticle, and then just heal myself. And I do it really fast, so something like this. This is how I heal myself in the old days, you know. And this works well with reverse engine because when you're backing up, you absolutely can't see your gear. The only way to really heal yourself is with reverse view, as so. However, if missiles are coming at you, you also had to learn something called barrel roll healing, where you bring up your reticle, you do a barrel roll, and then you can heal yourself by clicking on your gear. Because when you're barrel rolling, you can't do anything except use skills, so when you're dodging missiles, it can be a good time to heal yourself. And you can do a double heal like that with shield plus energy, or you can just do a single heal with the shield thing, which I didn't do due to habit. Yeah, single heal, bam. In a dogfight, that can be pretty hard to do. A nice cheat I used to do, though, is do reverse view barrel roll healing, where I press R for reverse view during my barrel roll to heal myself totally, like so. It looks like I'm sitting still in the middle of my screen, but in fact I'm actually still moving like a normal barrel roll. However, since it's in the middle of the screen and it's in this circle reticle here all the time, all I have to do is just move my mouse to the center of the screen to heal myself every time. Anyhow, in the next part of this video, I'll start talking about other moves and abilities you can do while flying the M-Gear. See you then.